G'day, it's fugitive Australian journalist Shane Dowling from the website and YouTube channel Kangaroo Court of Australia. Now, I've just published an article in relation to Kevin Rudd. And the title of the article is Hypocrisy Exposed. Kevin Rudd joins Rupert Murdoch's payroll as Royal Commission backers stay silent. Now, former Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, probably one of the biggest critics ever of Rupert Murdoch, and now he's gone on Rupert Murdoch's payroll. And how do we know that? Well, from three short videos I'm about to show you. One is from 2020, when Kevin Rudd initially set up a Rupert Murdoch Royal Commission campaign, or Murdoch Royal Commission campaign, and he was asking for supporters. Then over the last couple of weeks, Kevin Rudd has been on Fox News in the US as an expert on two different shows for Fox News, which is owned by Rupert Murdoch. So the question that needs to be asked is what happened to Kevin Rudd's statement that Rupert Murdoch is a cancer on our democracy in relation to Australia and probably the world back in 2020 and up until about 2023 until he became the ambassador to the US. What happened to those statements, and why is he now on Rupert Murdoch's Fox News in the US giving it credibility and undermining his previous criticisms of Rupert Murdoch and his media empire? Now, I'm not going to read out the whole article. I'll just read out a couple of paragraphs, and then I'll play the three videos, one of Kevin Rudd from 2020 and then the two recent videos of him on Fox News. The article starts off, former Australian Prime Minister Kevin Rudd, who spent years attacking Rupert Murdoch, saying he is a cancer on our democracy, has been an expert on two Fox News shows in the US in the last 2 weeks. Now, this video doesn't just show the hypocrisy of Kevin Rudd, but it's also in the public interest because Kevin Rudd was Australia's ambassador to the US, and he could potentially be leaking secrets to Rupert Murdoch and Lachlan Murdoch, and I have no doubt he would. Now, what a lot of people don't realise is that Kevin Rudd is a multi-millionaire, worth over $200 million back in 2012. My estimate is he would probably be worth close to $400 million now. And that came from government contracts that were spoon-fed to his wife. And I published an article and a video of it last year titled The Goats of Labor Party Corruption, Kevin Rudd and his wife Therese Rain and their $400 million fortune. And I'll put a link to that video below this video on YouTube. Now, on the 10th of October 2020, Kevin Rudd posted a video on X, formerly Twitter, and he said this: Australians have watched with growing anger at what the Murdoch media monopoly is doing to our country, a cancer on democracy. Today I am launching a national petition to establish a Murdoch Royal Commission. If you value our democracy, please sign here, and it's got a link to it. And he also had this video I'm about to show you attached to that post, and I'll show you the video now.
Today I'm speaking to you as a former Prime Minister of Australia, passionate about our country's future. And today I'm officially launching an official petition to the Australian Parliament, calling on the Parliament to establish a Royal Commission into the abuse of media monopoly in Australia, in particular by the Murdoch media, and to make recommendations to maximise media diversity ownership for the future lifeblood of our democratic system. You see, the truth is Murdoch has become a cancer, an arrogant cancer on our democracy. Number one, it's the sheer concentration of Murdoch's media ownership. 70% of our print readership is owned by Murdoch. In my state of Queensland, which swings so many federal election outcomes, Murdoch owns virtually each and every one of the newspapers up here. Number two, over the last decade, in 18 out of the last 18 federal and state elections, Murdoch has viciously campaigned in support of one side of politics, the Liberal National Party, and viciously campaigned against the Australian Labor Party. There's no such thing as a level playing field anymore. Number three, why does he do it? Murdoch, in fact, has loss-making newspapers, but he keeps them and buys more of them with a single purpose in mind, which is to maximise his political power in the country in defence of his ideological interests like climate change denial, as well as to prosecute his commercial interests, as we've seen with the National Broadband Network. And the final reason we need this Royal Commission is the sheer arrogance and swagger and bullying behaviour by Murdoch and his editors against anybody who stands up against him or has a different point of view. So please use your voice, but more importantly, your signature on this petition to make a difference for the future. You can sign by going to the website below.
Now, in that video you just watched, Kevin Rudd didn't miss Rupert Murdoch, did he? Absolutely smashed him, and I agree with everything he said. But the problem is, in recent weeks, Kevin Rudd has done a total backflip and sold out. Now, that video was from 2020, up until 2023 when Kevin Rudd was appointed Australia's ambassador to the US. He continued with that attack on Rupert Murdoch, day in, day out, fronted the Australian Parliament once or twice, criticising Murdoch. So that video wasn't a one-off, it was an ongoing campaign. They set up a website, over 500,000 signatures in the petition he was talking about. They asked for donations, people were donating to it. There was a huge push on for a Murdoch Royal Commission. And Kevin Rudd was at the pointy end of that campaign, driving it. Now, in 2024, when Kevin Rudd was ambassador to the US, he also went on Sky News with the former ambassador, Joe Hockey. And I published an article about it saying, hey, a bit of a sellout going on Sky News. But people would probably argue, well, he was ambassador, he had to go on the media. But he didn't have to go on the Sky News. But that was when he was ambassador, so I could see that argument to some degree. But he's not ambassador anymore. He's finished up in March this year, 2026. And a couple of weeks ago, on the 7th of May 2026, only weeks after Rudd retired in March 2026, Channel 10 broadcast a news story had an excerpt of Rudd giving his expert opinion on Murdoch's Fox News in the US. And I'll show you that video now.
Trump's attention will soon turn to China and his meeting next week with his Chinese counterpart. Xi's foreign minister has held talks with Iran's overnight, giving much-needed weight to demands to end the fighting.
Beijing is transitioning to a position of saying, whereas we like America to feel uncomfortable about its current position in Iran, we Chinese have fundamental economic interests which may cause us to act with the Iranians.
With an increasingly isolated America, any direct Chinese involvement backing Iran would risk a catastrophic escalation. Matthew Carstunen, 10 News.
That's the first video. Here's the second video. On the 15th of May 2026, Murdoch Sky News in Australia published a video I'm about to show you on YouTube with a reporter saying in relation to Rudd, he has appeared on Fox News again, and then showing this video, and I'll show it to you now.
Former Prime Minister Kevin Rudd is cautioning Donald Trump from giving in to China's demands on Taiwan. He's appeared on Fox again, has Mr Rudd, noting the US must maintain deterrence on Indo-Pacific and the region whilst working on trade and our economic relationship.
What are the Chinese saying? We want a stable relationship with the United States. Taiwan, though, is still always the big conditional clause there. Managing it correctly will come down to the meat and potatoes, if you like, of what the United States does in the future on arms sales to Taiwan, what it means in the future in terms of the deterrence posture.
Now, people going on Fox News to give expert opinions, they're paid, like they are on just about every other network. And Kevin Rudd's gone on 2 different shows on Fox News in the last couple of weeks. But this is what I said in the article. But even if Rudd wasn't paid by Murdoch, he has totally undermined the credibility of his own previous criticism of Rupert Murdoch and his media companies by going on Fox News and undermine the work done and allegations made against Murdoch during the Murdoch Royal Commission campaign. So all the people who supported the campaign, whether signing the petition or donating money, they've all been undermined. Because the person driving the campaign, Kevin Rudd, said, stuff yous. I now support Rupert Murdoch. I'm going to validate everything he does by going on his TV shows. Rupert Murdoch would love that. All that criticism, all those attacks, calling for a Murdoch Royal Commission, well, they're now in the garbage bin because Kevin Rudd has undermined it all. You know, there'd be a lot of people all over the place who wouldn't be happy Kevin Rudd, including a lot of Labor Party supporters and voters. They'd see him as a sellout as well. He just killed off any chance of a Murdoch Royal Commission. Well, some would say it was killed off ages ago anyhow, but yeah, I'll keep on following up with Kevin Rudd and his new relationship with Rupert Murdoch because it has a lot of potential ramifications, especially whenever Kevin Rudd talks from now on. You have to wonder if he's saying what he believes or what Rupert Murdoch believes. Kevin Rudd from now on just going to be another puppet for Rupert Murdoch, like all other commentators are on his TV networks. And I'm an independent journalist and I'm 100% crowdfunded from viewers like yourself. I've been running a campaign to make sure I can keep on doing the work I do. I'll read that out to you. 25 weeks ago, I launched a campaign with a simple goal, find 200 new monthly supporters so I can keep on doing this work as a fully independent journalist, running this website and YouTube channel without corporate backing or paywalls. Since then, 172 wonderful people have stepped up and become monthly supporters. That's huge, thank you. We're now at 28 to go. If you've been enjoying the work and aren't yet supporting monthly, I'd be incredibly grateful if you consider joining them. Here's the situation. Like most independent journalists, I'm basically a one-person small business. Right now, a lot of us are feeling the squeeze, just like many small businesses and households are. To stay afloat and keep bringing you the reporting I do, I need roughly 200 more people, or 28 now, chipping in whatever they can comfortably afford each month. Anything from $3 to $100, or whatever works for your budget, makes a real difference. There's no lock-in, you can cancel or adjust at any time. If that feels doable right now, you can see all the donation options on the donations page on my website. And I'll put a link to the donations page below this video on YouTube. Your support, whether it's a monthly donation or one-off donation or just sharing my work, what helps keep independent voices like this one alive. Please do your bit and help shine a light on corruption and share this video on social media. Please hit the like and subscribe button and notification button on YouTube. That way you get notified when I publish new videos. Other than that, thank you for your time and have a good day.